Okay, good evening and welcome to Meliora Tarot, where we do tarot for the pursuit of better. My camera, my light, every time I adjust it, it falls. So if my camera, yeah, see how it's like falling? I'm gonna leave it. So good evening, welcome. You can visit me at officialmeliora.com. That's official MELIORA.com. Socials and everything's linked below. Follow, like, subscribe, all the things. Okay, what are we doing tonight? We are playing with new decks that I've not opened or played with. So this one right here is called the Realist Oracle. Picked it up at Barnes and Nobles one day, couldn't resist it. This is the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. This is the Dreaming Oracle by Kara Roxanne and Melissa Chianta. Don't know where I got it. I got it online somewhere. This is Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I have the Witch's Tarot out by Ellen Dugan. Influence of the Angels Tarot. Influence of the Angels Tarot. And the Wise Dog Tarot. By MJ Colonnane. She's the lady who made the Crow deck, which I really, really love that deck, actually. I had it out the other day. Okay, so let's get started. I just tried to open this deck with my teeth, and that's not going well, and I'm sure you didn't come here to watch me open decks, but this is the deck. You know, we can do an unboxing. La 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 la. If my camera was at the right angle. So ghetto, right? I can't open it. I need scissors. Give me a second. You know, you would think with nails I could get it, but apparently, oh no, I ripped the box. Girl, I cut the box. All right, Wise Dog Tarot. I'm excited to see this. Oh my God, look at the backs. Look at the Fool. It's a wishbone. Now I gotta somehow open this without scratching the sides of the cards. Got it. I just got the Wild Unknown Tarot not too long ago, and I left it in the box and didn't play with it or anything like that. Opened it up last week, right? Edges of the cards were fried. I was so bummed. So bummed. All right, Wise Dog Tarot. Let's give it a wow. Look at the Hermit. That's a great card. This is a great deck. I love it so much already. Page of, they're so cute. And it reminds me a lot of the Crow Tarot, a lot of the imagery. Ooh, girl, that's nice. Good shuffle, good size card. It's not as big as the Crow Tarot, I feel like. Maybe that's just in my head, but sometimes I feel like the Crow Tarot is kind of big. So this feels a little bit more manageable. Oh, look at the Empress. I don't see many cards depicted with multiple figures in the Empress, so it's nice to see an Empress surrounded, because a true Empress is surrounded, so I like that imagery. She's got a full life, right? She's got a full plate, so I like that we see that she's fruitful and bountiful already. Six of Swords. Oh, look at the Six of Swords. Look at the doggy. Okay. That's a great deck. Already I can tell how much I enjoy it. Great imagery and great energy being evoked there. All right, let's play. Oh, I don't have my dice. Shoot. Okay. Let's improvise. Let's use Tarot of the Radiant Sun. Oracle, I'm sorry. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I'm going to take quite a few cards because I'm pulling for placements. Placement, Spirit. Oh, Moon in Aries is out. Moon in Aries is out. Alright, so if you have any of these placements, this may be for you. Mars and Sagittarius in the bottom of the deck. If you have Saturn in Cancer, Sun in Leo if you're Leo, Moon in Aries, Jupiter in Aquarius, Mars in Aries, Moon in Scorpio, or I'm sorry, Moon in Virgo, excuse me, Moon in Libra, Mercury in Aries, Mercury in Taurus, Jupiter in Cancer. We have that placement right now. That is speculation for those of you who are wondering. Jupiter is currently in Cancer. So this is a collective reading for those who are having Jupiter in Cancer. They're showing me the 1st and 7th house access. So the Capricorn Cancer access. 1st and 7th house placements, Jupiter in Cancer. Mercury in Capricorn as well. Alright, those are the placements we're going to pull cards for. Let's start with the Realist Oracle, just because I really like the energy of this deck. I've shuffled through it a couple times, and it's big on the hands for people who want to pick it up or who like it. But it is hard to shuffle this way. Let me show you. Oh, this way. I have a hard time shuffling it. I can't get my finger to bend. Good shuffle though, right? I pulled it off, but you can see I had to put a lot of energy into it. So it's one that you're going to want to shuffle like this, obviously, right? Gotta break them in. Gotta break them in. You get that top, but that bottom is chunky to get. And I don't like that. That half the deck doesn't get shuffled. But I guess, again, with time, you break decks in, and it becomes a lot easier. Alright, let's pull these two. Bottom of the deck is Follow the Spark. Follow the Spark. It's got the constellation outside. I'm hearing Atlas 3. Some of you may be following the Atlas 3 constellation. Alright, we have Justice or All is Fair, number 11. And Abundance out. I don't typically read these as literal cards, but some of you may have recently experienced some sort of judgment or received some sort of contract. It says law of attraction on the card. So you may be using grab-avoid codes as well, is what I'm hearing. So if you're using grab-avoid codes, I want you to make sure that you're very particular and careful with how you're using that tool. And abundance is here, and I really like this depiction of abundance. It shows someone harvesting tomatoes and watermelons and greens in a luscious garden. So it tells me that the time is, you know, fruitful. That it's giving me Ace of Pentacles vibes, right? Like this is Ace of Pentacles. So we have Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card out. Spirit is saying use your discernment, right? When it comes to those, like I said, those grab-avoid codes. I can't say it. We have boss up and manifest. And manifest fell right on top of the law of attraction here on this card. Oh my God, this is so crazy. So, see this beauty mirror? This beauty mirror on this card. What's crazy is I was at my tarot table, and next to my tarot table is I have a beauty mirror that has a light on it. And it was plugged in, so I tried to turn it on, and it didn't turn on, so I like jiggled the plug back in, and it turned on, and then out of nowhere it just went boop, and it unplugged on its own, like just came out of the wall and turned off. So I was like drawn to my attention was drawn to this mirror. And now I'm seeing this mirror 20 minutes later. And mind you, I don't do tarot at my table often. I have too many decks, as you can see. So I don't use this, or I'm not drawn to this ever. This mirror. So on the mirror it says, I choose courage. My voice matters. Abundance finds me. I am love. So this is maybe some manifestations that you've been working on, literal manifestations that you've been writing and manifesting. They're saying if you would like to use candle magic alongside of your manifestations, it's going to help you focus your intent better. So if you're doing grab-avoid codes or you're doing literal manifestations, what they want you to do is to light a candle, and while you're mantraing or doing your incantations, that was a card I saw while I was shuffling earlier, while you're doing your incantations, they want you to light a candle. Because you have some momentum going, right? You are entering 2026 with the mindset that it is time to boss up, babe. And you have momentum. Like Spirit is giving you a green light to go there, right? It's time. Like it's like I'm hearing Miley Cyrus. You know the song where she's getting to the big city and she's nervous. Definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see are stilettos. I must have never got the memo. Hands up, playing my song, that song. That's the vibe it's giving, right? Like you're on your way to the big city, or you're just arriving at the big city, right? I'm hearing Chicago. You just arrived at the big city, or you're on your way to the big city. Maybe you took a job in a new place, or you're getting ready to take a new job in a new city. Since abundance is here, new job, new city. What's crazy is it looks like there's two people in this car. But, oh, I see. Yeah, and it looks like there's two people in this car. So you may be going with someone, a friend, a confidant, another person. What's that city that has the big ball in the sky? Do you know what I'm talking about? That ball right there? I'm hearing Seattle, but I know that's not what it is. Okay. Sleepless in Seattle. I can't see the timer and I don't have my watch on. I have no idea. It's 11:57 p.m. It's 15:24 on the timer. Okay. Let's switch to this deck. Let's check it out. So we're talking about moving on into bigger spaces that we've manifested in our life. That's part of our path as far as our abundance goes. It seems to be having to do with your money, your time, your values, what it is that you're prioritizing. I feel like you do have a lot of deadlines end of year that you're trying to meet. Things that you're planning already for next year. So I feel like you might be into the digital planning space is what I'm hearing. Or you're planning using digital tools or AI is what they're saying. Using AI to streamline your process. But this deck is Legacy of the Divine Tarot. I like the size. Cardstock's a little flimsy, but it shuffles really nice as you can see. I'm worried about how the cardstock will hold up over time, but good deck. I like the way it feels. All right, let's pull from my collective. The Jupiter and Cancer axis. King of Wands is out. It's an intense King of Wands. I really like it. Yeah, baby, in your bag with the 8 of Wands, or the 8 of Coins, I mean. Why did I say Wands? Coming in hot, because I'm coming in hot. Some of you may be astrologers or studying astrology. I'm also being drawn to the compass. You may know about Freemasonry or have someone who was a Freemason that was in your life or is in your life. Ooh, too many cards. So here's the thing. King of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles or 8 of Coins is an intense energy, a very focused energy. Ooh, and the Tower is out. What's the Tower about, Spirit? It's dealing with how we're supported. So the King of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles is really, it's not so much discernment, but remember we had that all is fair at the bottom of the deck, right? So I feel like this Tower is something that's coming, right? Maybe you're manifesting, you know, a new job or the job of your dreams. You're using those grab avoid codes, but you're anticipating that it's going to come in the form of a blessing. What actually happens is it comes more in the form of a tragedy. Yes, you get there, but it comes in a way that you're not expecting it or anticipating it. For example, let's say you've been manifesting large sums of money. Now, when you're manifesting large sums of money, right, you're thinking just a large chunk of change somehow, a check in the mail is going to come one day. But maybe what you didn't think about is where that check comes from is actually maybe it's a settlement because someone passes away. Now, I'm saying that to be blunt. Just because that would lead to a large sum of money, but the trade-off there in energy. So you have to be careful with how you're manifesting and what you're manifesting, putting boundaries on this, right? So that way you're not trading anything you wouldn't want to trade. So when it comes to manifesting money, just be careful is the energy that, you know, caution that you don't trigger a Tower event or take out one of your own support pillars, right, that's holding this card up. You don't take one of those out. in the process of doing so. I'm going to get a card for this tower. We have strength. Oh, death. Jeez. I'm seeing a lot of 8s, so I had an 8 flip over when I cut the deck. We have strength out, the 8 of coins out, and the 3 of cups, with the Hierophant or faith at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Strength, death, 3 of cups. From this tower, right, because I asked to clarify the tower and this is what we got. I feel as though you're having to reach deep. And what is the word? Resilient. That this is a form of resilience that we need to cultivate. And it's going to require you utilizing both your feminine and masculine energies and the integration of both. You'll have to be in both your masculine energy and be protective, but also in your nurturing feminine energy and gentle with yourself. Death is here to tell you that this event transforms you. With the 3 of Cups, I feel like this is a rewriting of the harmony in your life. It brings a new harmony, should I say, to your life. And I think that things are reflected to you in a way. Like there's a reason. Like I'm seeing the harmony of the notes. They're showing me a card from another deck. I'm seeing harmony from notes from this. It could be cause for not a celebration. I don't feel like it's a celebration, but it's almost more collaborating energy than anything. More collaboration, because you need multiple people to make a sound or a song, right? In order for this music to come, you can't play all 3 instruments at once. So there's a call for resilience that's needed. You're going to have to dig deep, and it's going to be hard. You're going to be tired. However, this does transform you. And this is scorpionic energy, right? And there's a form with the white rose on this card. This is a beautiful death card. I love roses and the imagery of roses in the tarot, right? But I feel like the chains are released, and it may be I don't typically get death, but it may be a literal ending for some of us. Ending of a job. It could be the loss of a loved one who's close to us. The world was on the bottom of the deck, so it's showing an ending of a cycle. With the death here, it's definitely the ending of a cycle. What is this death spirit concerning? Is it a job? A relationship? Queen of Cups. So this could be dealing with your emotional patterns. I'm seeing Jupiter in Cancer, or Jupiter in Capricorn now. It's at Jupiter, it's at Capricorn, Cancer, first, 7th house axis. The cardinal axis. Of your chart is what's being afflicted. So if it's the first, 7th house axis, it's your relationships and partnerships. And with the Queen of Cups, it tells me this is emotional in nature. I want a more gentle card. I'm going to use this Dreaming Oracle. I love the backs of this card, of this deck. It's really pretty. Spirit, tell me about the Tower and any advice. And oh, I didn't bring the book. The Anima Mundi, Trust, and the Graces, which fell right on the 3 of Cups. The Graces fell right on the grace. That's a great word for what harmony, that grace and harmony that I'm experiencing with this 3 of Cups. A new sense of balance and harmony comes into your life, right? After this tough, transitional, needing to be resilient energy. The Anima Mundi here, isn't the Anima Mundi the world axis? It is Gaia in its ultimate expression. The Anima Mundi is like, someone Google it. But I'm pretty sure the Anima Mundi is like the world axis. The collective unconscious is what I'm hearing. The collective unconscious you can tap into. And you have to trust yourself and your instincts and spirit. Right? Where's your prayer? Where's your meditation? I see a lot of manifestation, but I don't see a lot of quiet time. Bedtime reminder must be 12:10. Yeah, it's 12:10. Bedtime reminder. It is 27:39 on the clock. And with the Graces here, and it's falling on the 3 of Cups. Oh no, I don't know if I can show that because it shows them naked. I'm gonna turn it over. Hopefully it doesn't get this taken down. All right, Spirit, any other final messages? Birth. Final card. Incantation. I told you, I said this word earlier. It came out when I was bringing the decks out. I seen it. Sing your song, right? Sing your song. Create some music in your life. It's not all about just manifestation. Yes, being focused on your manifestations and really honed in on your astrology and your studies and your school is all great, right? Having a passion for these things with the King of Wands out. But what happens is you can abandon yourself emotionally. You can get lost in that. And so you need to make sure that you're prioritizing that emotional balance, that spiritual balance, saying your prayers and incantations, getting connected with spirit and trusting the universe and tapping into that collective unconsciousness in order to collaborate with others and really experience this momentum that you're gaining into 2026, right? You're doing the work and all is fair. At the very first card is everything is fair. Like, it's going to work out to your favor. You will be rewarded. It's just going to take a matter of time. And you kind of have to go through some bullcrap to get there. There's going to be some tower moments along the way. There's going to be an upheaval. Now, some of your pillars get taken out. So maybe financially you take some hits. But I don't see poverty out. I just see transformation. If you're into crypto, this may mean you. may be a downturn in the market. So that is all I have. Thank you.